This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The following will contain strong language, adult themes, and Mara. Welcome to our anniversary special.
Claps, 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 claps.
Bop.
Oh, girl.
It's been a year.
It has. Crazy things.
Sorry, the gunshots just took me aback.
Crazy things are happening. Yeah.
Now, time for the intro.
Okay, guys. Okay.
It's actually me.
Oh.
I go first.
Who were
in the
you
intro.
leading?
Yeah, I was like,
actually, because she was like, okay, guys. I actually start the intro.
Okay, step up to the mic then.
I'm stepping up.
step right.
How were you saying it's Nell?
Hi, guys. What's goody? It's Tammy.
Hey, it's your girl Mara.
And this is the Not Too Much podcast.
Stamp it.
If you know,
You know. Can
I
we
didn't
say
know.
best intro ever?
like,
Can we
Why
say-
did our tones get so like that? I was just following what was going on, but like I was
No,
very
because sometimes a
confused.
certain energy
You have to
takes over your
actually-
spirit. You have to.
Guys, it's actually been a year.
Hey,
It's been a year.
talk about it.
Hey, happy anniversary. They're gonna be really confused.
Oh, Mara, you sound like an old school MC there.
Yay, happy anniversary.
With a little bit of luck, we can make it through the night. Hey,
With a little
hold
bit
on.
of.
They're actually gonna be confused. Let me explain what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Quick explanation as to why this has been like this.
Context. So as you guys know, this is our anniversary, like 23rd of the 23rd
Go on, girl. You ain't getting a cut out here.
23rd of the 1st is our anniversary. And to give back to you guys, but also to make this a bit fun, we decided to do like a bonus little special episode. I don't know what we're going to call this. Anniversary special. We just called it that.
We know what we're going to call it, actually.
What
It's-
did it make the cut?
The episode... Don't scream into the mic. I can't cut anything out.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, darling.
Okay, so the concept of this is...
Wait!
Okay, you go.
The concept of this is that... Oh, actually...
The concept of what didn't make the cut, which is an anniversary special, is that normally in post-editing, me now has to take out a lot of outlandish things that we all say. In what did make the cut, we're just riffing. No edits, no cuts, nothing taken out, nothing put in. It's just us.
And talk about the box now. Talk about the idea box
Oh.
of idea.
Oh.
Because I like to
What are you
feel...
talking about?
To me, I like to think what didn't make the cut is like a double entendre. Not
It is, but
not
that's-
just for the allowing the outlandish behavior to live, to survive. But also we structure this in a very collaborative way when we come up with ideas. We used to have a box, RIP to the box, that had all our ideas in it. We would take them out, and as you can tell, our episodes do follow like a topic 1, topic 2 kind of structure. So there have been some episodes that, you know, were too good to give you just off the cuff like that. So this is about,
Well, not too good.
well, too
It
good.
just didn't happen.
Too good to me.
Oh.
So basically, we pick out topics for our topic 1 section and our topic 2 section. The topics that we're going to be discussing were ideas that could have been for 2023, so our season 1 to season 3 episodes, but they didn't make the cut. So we're just going to riff off it with this concept that we've just explained.
Exactly.
That has taken ages and that I can't cut out.
As you should. As you
That's
should.
the whole point.
That's the point.
That's what you asked for.
So, let's get into it.
Okay.
Topic 1.
Is
The overconsumption of makeup.
Ooh.
Let's talk about it.
Ooh. The overconsumption.
Because you know something, I think
What?
all of us here, like when I first met you guys, I always automatically said, I was like, these girls look cute, put their makeup together. But obviously we grow, we get older, we experiment.
we did not have our makeup together.
Well, maybe it's because I'm biased and I'm
face lie.
Yeah.
no. Okay, I'm being actually very nice. Okay, we all had our.
We had makeup.
We had makeup. Okay, let's talk
Yeah.
about that. We had makeup, but we've evolved, you know. And the place that we're standing at now, I look at us three respectively and say, we put together some good beats. We put together good makeup routines, okay? And we all have our brands. We're all sharing our brands, looking at them being like, oh, they're nice, this and that. But it's hard out here because to replenish your makeup is difficult because these brands are getting bought up. People are purchasing foundation off the shelves like it's water.
Yeah, Elf.
Ooh.
My Elf concealer is never in stock.
Oh, jeez. I haven't been able to go yet.
But I think it's very, very interesting that as the years have gone by, I've bought more but used less.
Talk about it.
I buy more makeup than I use because there are some things that I would just never use on a daily basis.
Why don't you use them? Sometimes I don't use it out of fear because I'm like, this brand was really expensive or too good.
Not necessarily.
I just thought that'd be someone.
For me, it's like, it's just not the place or time. Like my day to day, I'm going to uni, I'm just heading out into town. I'm not doing a full beat every single day.
Not for this city. The rats just gnaw it off your face anyway.
The city being Cardiff. What?
Did you hear? That's what I'm saying.
I just
Did you hear what she
registered
said?
what you said about the rats gnawing.
If that's your experience, I would stay at home.
Nobody's gnawed on my face. I'm just like it's just. See, and we can't cut this.
Can you stop moving around because everyone keeps moving and the sounds of the chairs are gonna. I can't do anything.
My chair's been planted.
No, because you keep slapping your thighs.
Thank you.
Wait, I have a point.
Shout out to the thighs. Thank you.
Say your point.
I feel like, you know how you like you buy more but use less? I think it's like, what are you doing? Stop stroking
my knees. Anyway, say what you need to say.
It's to do with social media.
Go on.
Okay. Do you remember that era?
What are we talking? 2016 makeup.
Fit brows.
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube.
Those YouTube tutorials.
The girlies.
The makeup girlies that came in clutch and was like, oh, you need to buy this, you need to buy this, you need to buy this. Everyone was coming up with a new brand every day, and then you would have to, when you do the makeup declutters at the,
We're not saying that Jackie Aina forced us to...
No. I'm just saying like a YouTube creator that I love to watch.
Created that till this day.
Till this day.
Jackie,
we love.
Because she's only put me onto good stuff.
And the intro and the how to do the routine well.
For a darker skin girl.
Thank you, because that was also part of my argument, but I'm going to let Mara finish.
Get into it.
So it's like, we was in that era of like socials where like, it was like, buy this, buy this, buy this. But as the years have gone on, we have stuck with creators who have also taught us how to do our makeup routine. So it's not necessarily we need all these products anymore, but we're so used to that type of whoa, whoa, Jesus!
I knew. I was so upset. I knew.
And it can't even be cut out.
Sneeze right.
Let the people know I'm human. Yes.
Because when you was coughing and spluttering, we didn't say anything.
Oh God, I was never gonna fire at her like that. No, I was never gonna do that.
Anyway.
Sorry now, you're human too, girl. Continue, man.
But yeah, we've slowly gotten better on how to do our makeup routine. So it's not necessarily we need so many products anymore. Because why we had so many products is to make up the fact we didn't know how to do our makeup. Realistically.
You aren't wrong.
Let's talk about it. It's true. We're better now though. We are. Like, I don't want to shit on us right now.
And I think it depends, because I think also if I was the age now then I was when I was trialing out makeup, experimenting with it, I potentially would have needed more. Like, for me.
Oh, you think you need really? Is that capitalism though? Come on.
Yeah, that plays a part in it. Like the creators that we used to tap into and watch, yes, that was largely on the YouTube platform. A lot of people are trying to do it through like more digestible videos on TikTok, like they do those breeze run-throughs of them doing their makeup routine and stuff like that, and like they promote makeup and they have it also linked in the bio and stuff like that. Like, they're making it so accessible for people to buy out products and buy out makeup and stuff like that. But my whole thing is, I think for the girlies that waited so long for their shades to be out on the market.
Yeah.
Because that's also another thing. I think people were buying a lot more makeup back then to accommodate for the fact that there were not, the shade ranges did not accommodate them, and they
You
had to
had to
layer and
experiment.
mix,
multiple.
and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It required a lot more to get the look that you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have a bit more of a flexible shade range with certain brands and companies. Even though I'm clocking certain brands that are taking their darker shades off their range and just oh yeah,
It's happening.
yeah.
Oh,
Because that's not funny. But my whole thing is also like with that as well. I've noticed like darker products are not always being bought by darker people with darker complexions. So those are flying off the shelves too. Because I remember seeing a girl.
who's buying it?
Certain lighter skinned people will buy shades for darker skinned people, for whatever use.
They do it a lot of time for sculpting. That I've been seeing.
Yeah, but it means that those darker skinned people who already have a limited amount of stock provided to them anyways, because makeup companies think they aren't profitable, have less options because lighter skinned people are taking them up to contour.
And then they're raising the prices of it. So what should be a fair balance for you to be able to buy those products as other people do, of the same brand, same range, you're now experiencing inflation of it. And you're like, yo, this wasn't even here for me beforehand. Now I have to step into it and it's this expensive, please. So overconsumption of makeup has made it a lot heavier on my pockets, even if I am buying less makeup.
Are you buying less though? You specifically.
Me?
No, I was thinking about her, but actually you too.
You don't even say my
you're
name.
looking at
No,
me
because
and
I
You don't
saw.
even say my name. Her.
No, because I've been.
Please.
Because I snoop in Nal's room a lot. And she actually has like her makeup bag's quite full and quite big, actually. And actually, it's, you know what? Out of the three of us, you two buy the most makeup?
No, I don't.
No, we'll actually give you her receipts.
I was like, look.
No, we'll actually give you her receipts.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't.
The only thing I buy consistently, and I'm talking maybe once every 1 to 2 months, are lashes.
I don't actually buy that much makeup. So who is it?
I would say my makeup bag is quite full, but I don't spend as much on makeup or as regularly on makeup as I used to. That would have applied to me in the past. I will give you that. I ain't gonna deny that. But in this place now, no. I'm actually content with all the stuff in my bag. I actually don't.
Yeah, all I do is replenish.
That's the thing. There's actually, because that's a difference there. Because before when you introduced that, I was like, oh, but I'm still replenishing. That's like not me. But no, that's a different thing. Replenishing, yeah, that has to be done. But I don't actually replenish as often as I used to.
I think one thing for me when it comes to overconsumption is there tends to be, whichever stage or phase of social media that we live in, there is always new elements being added to a potential makeup routine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because we live in a society where innovation and improvement and making things simpler or easier to do starts to become a priority.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like before, who was thinking about primers?
Not really.
But now that's such a staple because it's become an industry norm.
Yeah.
Obviously you have the staple stuff, but like a brow gel being introduced alongside a brow pomade and a brow pencil.
and
now
all these packs.
So it's like, yeah, you are using them. But as the years go by, there is more innovation, which means that you have more to add into your makeup routine.
Yeah. And whilst I believe certain methods are essential to having a relatively good beat, like priming yourself, moisturizing before applying makeup, there are some things where I'm like, you succeed through conditioning, like in terms of getting the people to buy and overconsume makeup. Like you succeed by mainly a lot of these makeup, these MUAs and these industry professionals, stuff like that, and marketing professionals unifying and being like, this is going to become what we say is a staple through these things, and passing that on. Because then the people listening, they're going to be like, yeah, why not? Why not? I've always thought this aspect of my makeup could be elevated. Why not?
But it's fun to buy. I'm going to be real.
Let me not lie. And the pictures, some of the pictures make it all worth it, you know?
Wow. We can't actually just break. Like, we actually have to go into a promo break.
Oh, guys. It's a lot of pressure on my heart, you know, because this, I don't get no second tries at it, nothing. If I stutter, if the speech impediment comes through, just be gracious, have mercy on your girl. But what I want to say is thank you for listening so far. Still more to come. Listen, don't forget to give your girls a 5-star review on the streaming platform of your choice, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Also, do not forget to get in touch with your girls through our social media platforms. Get to know, enjoy our content. That is Instagram at the NTM Pod and TikTok at the NTM Podcast. You definitely know. I'm going to save myself right now because I'm doing pretty well and say back to the show.
Which is right now. There are no cards.
Back to the show, which is right now. Yeah, let's keep going.
As a context note, we normally repeat the promo break a couple of times.
So for that to be a dry run, consider yourself grateful.
Well done.
You know what I mean?
Well
I want to pat myself on the back a little bit.
Let us know also how you guys are finding this format.
Yeah, because if you guys want this all the time, you're not getting it. Sorry.
What? It's once a year.
That's what I'm saying. But still let us know.
Realistically, they can let us know it's out, innit?
Well, let's get on to topic 2.
This is so timely. The second topic.
So because you know what? Okay, again, context.
Okay, yeah.
This was something that came up as a potential topic for
Season
our
3.
2023 seasons.
Yeah.
But we were like, nah. But now,
Yeah, actually.
I didn't think we were ever going to get
Yeah.
this pocket in between everything. Like, because to give context, like, as we're recording it, it's still like holiday season, and you know we've all got stuff going on. These two are about to jet set soon. Like, it's really like kind of a blessing that we have this time now, and it's not remote to really talk about this, because this is something that has definitely been relevant because I've just come. Pardon?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
Right.
interesting because I've just come back from France, like just for the holiday period, and I've been there for the last couple of months. So these last few days have been like the first time I've seen Mara and Nell in a couple months properly in person. So we've definitely learnt some things about this long distance friendship thing.
Well, that's the topic.
Yeah. That's what I realised I was nattering this on so much. I never gave it
I was like, when
They were
can I
like, why is it
interrupt
getting so
I'm
sentimental?
not gonna lie. I was
for no
like, you
reason?
both like consistently said like to give context, and I was just sitting here like,
I was trying to lead into the topic, but then you kind of.
I felt moved by the spirit,
and I was like, okay, but when am I going to be able to announce? I was like
You were like-
intro into the topic.
Yeah.
So the topic
I felt
is
moved by the
long
spirit.
distance
Yeah.
friendships.
woohoo!
We have been in one,
Yeah.
but I would argue
Semi.
over the summer of 2023, we were kind of in the beginnings of what would be like long distance friendships
Yeah.
as a dynamic, and then that kind of got kicked up a notch higher because Tammy's gone on her year abroad.
Yeah.
But we've recognized also as a dynamic that our like previous year of university was the last time that all 3 of us
Would be that consistently in close proximity. Because you know what's funny? Technically, because we're 3rd years right now, technically when we were in our 1st year, and we had 1st year summer where we actually spent a lot of time together, because it was broken up, technically we were still in a long distance kind of friendship, but that friendship was establishing itself. So it's like I probably wouldn't have ever thought about it then as like, okay, that's kind of like a long distance friendship, but it's still in the works. But this year was definitely like we had those moments where we were with each other, but then as soon as summer kicked off, we were just busy. We all worked realistically all throughout summer, and then this year abroad period, my, because let me say something, long distance friendships, they do not start, continue, or end perfectly, may I just say. I say that to say because I can only reflect on myself personally. I don't like to impose it on other people, but I definitely had a lot of growing up to do in my friendships. And I think long distance showed me elements of my friendships where I was like, okay, girl, you need to really work on this.
Well, then I have a question to kind of kick off topic 2.
Yeah.
Are long distance friendships worth it?
Depends on the friendship.
Yeah, it depends on the friendship. It depends how the friendship starts, honestly. Because I don't know, had we not had that pre-existing foundation into our friendship where we didn't really have long distance. At a certain point, I was staying over here for like a week. Okay, thanks. No.
I was like, you said it like a week, like it was a throwaway thing, and I was like, no, it's
more than a week. Okay. I stayed here with them. I don't know if I didn't have those moments of like super closeness with you guys and like spending time in and out of places together, if transitioning into like a long distance friendship would have looked different, felt different. Some people, they kind of, not necessarily so immediately, but some immediately start into long distance friendships. We had something before that, if you know what I mean. So I feel like I couldn't fairly say if it works or not.
I'm not saying if it works. Is it worth it?
Or worth it, sorry.
No, I do. I think we did start in a long distance friendship because we met in uni, and our home was never here. It was always like we were going back home. So actually, the reason why I feel like we may say it was worth it is because we almost started in a dynamic where, for example, we're not in secondary school. We all even do different courses. So technically, throughout the day, we're not even with each other.
Yeah.
Whereas like you have like environments like secondary school, and it's like 5 years straight every day. You're in the lessons with the same people. You're at lunch with the same people. It doesn't feel long distance at all. But when you go to uni and you have your half-term break and everyone's in different cities, it was almost like a baby step to, I guess, where we were a couple months ago. Well, days ago. How we were still in France.
Yeah. That's true. Like, I can see it as semi-long distance. The reason why I don't is because uni generally feels, because unlike school, I eat here, I can sleep here, I wake up here, and like go through my day and stuff like that. It feels like I'm always here. So that's why it didn't feel like long distance, but I can see why you would say that there's a long distance aspect to our friendships. It being worth it though, from what I say, like, even though I was like, I couldn't fully comment, I will say, for the nature of our friendships, which I can only focus, or our dynamic, I feel like it's worth it to the continued evolution and growth of our friendship. Because it does set up, I think, what you mentioned earlier. When they graduate, and then when I graduate after them, distance, in a way, only becomes greater sometimes.
Because obviously we've spoken a lot about our dynamic, and the reason why I asked the question, is it worth it, is because I feel like there are so many like factors that play into a friendship and play into long distances that I feel like for a lot of, if you know you're in a long distance friendships, I think it's important to evaluate it.
Yeah.
Evaluate if this is worth it.
Yeah.
Because it's what I had to do.
Yeah.
Consistently, and I think we all do it sort of in our inner mind, in the inner consciousness.
Yeah.
In the sense of, when I moved to uni, I had to evaluate, is it worth keeping this friendship? Is it worth keeping a friend who I spent lessons with, but can I maintain this? Does it have to change? Will it change forever? Is this permanent? Is it temporary? Is it worth it? Because it's not easy.
It's not.
So do I want to go through the pains and the ups and downs and the lessons and the grief and the joy of seeing again? Is it worth it? And I feel like that's a question that a lot of people need to actually be real about themselves for. Because there were friends that when I came to uni, I had to be real and real. We have some great times, but I don't know if it's worth the struggle from Cardiff to X place. But with Tammy, it was no question in my mind. I will endure.
That's why I was like, it depends on the friendship. Because I feel like when you enter a long distance friendship, you start to actually evaluate the friendship itself, not even the fact that you're apart. Because it's like, it brings your friendship into question, realistically.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is this friendship worth it? And it's really selfish. It's like, to me, it's not even actually for the other person. But you have to be real, because otherwise you'll just have drama.
Yeah.
Not actually real.
Like, because if it's why, this is gonna sound kind of terrible to say, but to be loving and compassionate, you have to be selfish.
Mm-hmm. Because you can always love from a distance.
If you're in a dynamic or a connection, and I'm gonna widen it out to not just friendships, just long distance in general.
Yeah.
When you're away from family or a sort of like non-platonic relationship as well. If it's not worth it for you, how does staying help the other person?
Mm-hmm.
I think you've got to be so real with yourself. You've got to understand why it isn't worth it, because sometimes you're self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
And you just don't want to struggle because you're afraid of negative things coming in, that you'd rather push positive things away. Honestly, my hope is that a lot more people evaluate their connections.
Yeah. Because it helps you to really, a long distance friendship, even just the idea of it, allows you to know where you stand with said person. Like you guys have both said, it allows you, for some people, to redefine your friendships. You know, the level of closeness, the level of access, just the level of it in general. But it also allows you to say, like, for me, it's like, I don't have the same crutches or same things at my disposal to feed and pour into my relationships and my friendships when I'm in person with them compared to long distance. Does this friendship stand for itself despite a lot of things? Because it also caused me to realize, like, do I really need, like, and it's not a bad thing, they're just different, it's just different levels of friendship. Like, do I need proximity for this friendship to continue and survive? Because I know that this was a part of my degree, me being away, but I also know, I've spoken to you both respectively on many accounts, and I've said there have been times where I'm like, listen, I don't feel like I'll be here forever in terms of like at home or where I live, that I have desires to do stuff abroad, maybe for a bit, maybe for a long time. So you have to almost treat certain long distance relationships or dynamics of any sort as the potential that it could be permanent. Sometimes you can stay in the fact that, oh, you know what? You know, they're going to come back and it'll be longer here. And then, you know, we'll tap out of that at a certain point, or, you know, we're just trying to get through this period. Some of that may be till the end.
I'm going to pivot. And this is related. But I just had a thought come into my mind.
Yeah.
And we can weave back in after. But I'm interested to see your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Because as you were saying, like, oh, you've expressed to both of us the ambition of, you're not gonna be in the UK for long. You may come back, but you're gonna live somewhere. When you start getting older,
yeah,
and start to develop your own lives outside of friendship dynamics, outside of most dynamics you have in your life, to be honest, that's like family as well.
Yeah.
You start getting into relationships, you start having your own family. I think for the most part, in the kind of Western world, we are kind of conditioned to work towards this nuclear family. And so all of your friendships become long distance, even if they're down the road.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to see them every week.
Yeah.
Because you've got to take Bob to school.
Bob?
Lisa to ballet.
Lisa?
I'm riffing. I'm riffing. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like society sets us up to be comfortable with long distance friendships. I'm not saying that's a bad or good.
Down with the nuclear family.
But we're long conform.
We are.
Oh.
And here's where I...
Wait, what? Sorry, wait, what?
That ain't a surprise to me.
Why?
Oh, Mara.
No, girl.
Come on. Do we have to play you a clip or something? Like,
just listen back to this episode. But I feel like the way I see my future, which could change. Hey, oh my gosh, I was about to say I'm 20.
You're not.
I'm 21.
As of recent. Yeah.
Damn, I've got to work on that one. But as I move forward, I see my life being community based.
100%.
I revolve around various different communities.
Yes.
My community isn't just the sort of
that's my
family
sister.
I've built.
That's
same. That's my girl.
Which is why I sat down with the nuclear family, because I tried to bring this up before in a topic. I'm trying to think, what was it about categorizing your friendships? I'm pretty sure that's season 3, episode 4.
Yes.
Oh damn, Mara, you went for the full whammy. You go to the episode.
Tammy, Tiana, and Top Ranks.
Yeah.
Love it. Listen to it. Prince Aveen. Yeah.
And I was like, no, it wasn't that one, but listen to that one.
Sorry about
it. Was Friendship Heartbreaks, season 3, episode 6.
Oh, humanities versus STEM.
Homework, humanities.
Yeah, that one.
And I was like, it's because the more you get older, the more it's like socially acceptable to like basically tell your friends to F off and like develop the nuclear family more.
Yeah.
Because as an adult, you're supposed to start settling down, quote unquote, and putting your roots into what is apparently socially acceptable, which is to bear children and birth and raise.
But that doesn't work here, because as soon as I became an individual and I started choosing people in my life rather than just being like, okay, these people are around, like I started to realize I make my own family each and every day. I choose my own family each and every day. That's not gonna work for me, because as it stands right now, like Nell and Mara are both like additions to my family, the family I have in my life. And so when it comes to what the future looks like, long distance, all of that, I know I'm always going to see my family.
Yeah, I've never seen a future. Wait, hold on. I was about to say a future with me in it. Hold on, let me rephrase. I've never seen a future that I have like no community outside of what I make my family to be. And I don't know if this is an aspect, but do you think it's because of like cultural backgrounds that we think that way?
Potentially, yeah.
About community.
The way we've been brought up,
respect. I didn't on this.
Yeah, because...
Did you? I think it is cultural.
Yeah, because my whole... like our whole lives probably, I think we've spoken about it in ways. It's like, we've never just resided in one place. The love just spreads in so many different like directions, and we're always like, for instance, I don't know if you guys can relate, but like, okay, for example, if you go to church, you'll go to church, then you'll go to auntie's house, you'll go chop food with them, then you'll go to this person's place, or throughout the week you'll just be like, oh yeah, like, you know, after school or whatever, we go to this person's house, or like everyone's just invited over. Like there's such a community aspect to your life. And so it's easy to be like, listen, this is something that's been instilled into me, like, and it's not something I don't like.
My theory, and this is veering very much off, my theory is that we, as Black Brits, as Black British women, we cohabit two spaces, in the sense of, again, I could be wrong, and I'm interested to see people's thoughts on that, but the way I've seen things, I would say like a lot of like West African families rely on their extended family network a lot. Grandma's gonna help with the kids, and auntie's gonna do this, and we all form
Think of hall parties.
But hold on, I'll get there, because I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your blood.
Oh, your blood.
When you talk about, if you go back home, your blood is helping. It's I'm not talking about, oh, this random auntie from, no, your aunt. She's helping raise you. Your uncle is doing this. Your grandma's doing this. Your great grandfather's doing this. There's a sort of reliance on, you can't trust outside, but you can trust the family.
That's so true. And you know something. Sorry, continue.
I'll finish off this thought, then I'll jump off to you. But now when you take it into a sort of Black British personhood, we were separated from that type of family dynamic. And so we start to lean into these communities such as church or religious institutions or our neighbors and the people that our mums meet after school when picking us up. And we've developed these revolving communities around each other, which means that when I think about my life in the future, I think of the fact that I'm going to be hosting Christmas parties and Mara and Tammy and their kids and their partners are going to be around.
Barbecues,
Got that.
all of that good stuff. I think of it through, it's not just the blood.
Yeah,
It's
not
friends
just that.
as well.
It's friends.
Yeah, because you choose who you want to be in your life, and then in that choice, it's like it becomes part of your future in a way. I mean, that's how I see it. But I did clock us when we was talking about it. I was like, maybe this is to do with our cultures.
Yeah.
You were going to say something though.
No, because before you kind of spread into your point linking to like black British personhood, I did definitely kind of feel like I went back to those childhood memories of the fact that we are, like you said, separated from, especially if you are growing up here, like black British growing up here. But okay, for me, I'm Nigerian. So when my aunties and like my other family members are back home there, but there's so much love, you still feel that community still, that community still remains. And when they come over, it's like that energy goes up once again. Like, I think also the reuniting aspect, when you do see your friend who you might have a long distance or a person that you have a long distance relationship with, I feel like that's what the worth it aspect, going back to your first question that you asked, goes back to. Because when I reunite with those people that there's truly love there, like it's long distance and truly love there, it is a experience I can't even describe. You just feel so full. You feel happy. But you always feel like you haven't been separated from that individual in a sense. When I saw you two, I felt like I had just seen you last week.
Well, that's how she came through. Sorry. You don't want to know how she greeted me.
How did she greet you?
She didn't even say hi.
Oh.
She sped past me with her suitcase and nodded at me to follow her.
But that's what I did when I saw you two.
So who are you really mad at?
I was like, okay, guys, come on, we got to do this.
No, because afterwards she was like, oh, I've just come back and this is how you're going to greet me. And I was like, you
No,
didn't give me a chance to say hi?
That's not what I said. I said I didn't get a hug. I wasn't bothered about the greeting. I was like, I didn't get a hug.
Well, let's wrap up this topic here.
Yeah, because like realistically.
Oh,
is that how you want to end it?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We'll
just wrap it up. But I was gonna stop it because I'm so used to cutting.
We can't stop.
We can't stop.
We can't stop.
Save that for the outro. Oh, song. Sorry.
Miley just swallowed back down.
Oh, well, you can bring her back up after.
No, I don't want to throw. I don't like throwing up. I have energy phobia.
Well, let's get into the outro. I've been Nell.
I've been Tammy.
And I've been Mara.
And you have been listening to the Not Too Much podcast and our anniversary special. Thank you for rocking with us since the 23rd of January, 2023.
Peace, yo.
If you didn't know before,
you
best know now.
Can we redo
Can we redo what?
You best know now.
Well, now it's raw and unfiltered.
Yeah, it is raw. Let's go again.
This is actually what we go for.
Yeah, I literally.
You go from your outro bit.
Okay, I've been now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, people. I've been now.
I've been Tammy.
And I've been Mara.
And you've been listening to the Not Too Much podcast on our anniversary special.
If you didn't know before, you best know now.
And I was going to say a little message because it is our year anniversary. Just want to say thank you sincerely though, guys, for listening in, for interacting, for engaging, for sending reviews, for everything. Because we are thankful. We're a newbie podcast. We went from bad audio quality to somewhat good audio quality, and every semblance of support has been very, very motivating to continue going on it for as long as we have.
Yeah.
But you know what is demotivating? When I post a What Don't We Know post and nobody responds. But anyway.
I've already said it to them today. I said, for any aspiring creatives and podcasters or any person who's trying to make it out there, please know when you introduce a product or a service, you might have to be your own customer before you have a customer base. I've said that so many times today.
But yeah, cheers to a new year.
Stay tuned.
Clink,
Stay
clink.
tuned. We've got a lot stored for you next year.
'Cause we can't stop.
Ooh,
And we won't stop.
ooh,
This is the NTM Podcast, coming to you in 2024, and we can't
Come on,
stop.
come on.
Ooh, well, and we can't stop.
Come
Ooh,
on,
well,
stop.
NTM Anniversary Special, 23rd of January,
Hey,
2023.
hey,
yeah, this
Put your
our party,
hands
we
up,
can do
put your-
what we
put your
can
hands
do.
up.
This
Put
our
your
party,
hands
we
up,
can do
put
what
your-
we
put your
can
hands
do.
up.
This
Put
our
your
podcast,
hands
we
up,
can do
put
what
your-
we
put your-
want. We
say
can say what we want. We can put what we want. And oh.
Happy 1 year.
Well done, guys.
Blah,
Well
blah, blah, blah,
done.
blah.